Hey guys, and welcome to today's edition of Daily Drew. Today's topic is my number one tip. This is honestly the one thing that I hope you can take away from all 80 videos I've so far done, and that is about the topic of hunger. Now, hunger is one of those things that's a little bit scary for some people, and we don't quite understand the concept of hunger. Now, I'm not going to get into the physiological side of hunger, but I do want to start to get you to understand how to embrace hunger in order to achieve long-term success. The first thing I always say to people is to embrace hunger. Hunger is part of the fat loss process. Hunger means we're in energy deficit. Now, I want to make a distinction between hunger and starvation. Starvation is when you haven't eaten for days on end and your body is, physiologically requiring food. And hunger is when you haven't eaten for a few hours, you know another meal is coming, and you're starting to get those psychological and physiological cravings for food. So there's a distinction there. We're not starving people here, but we're teaching them how to be in tune with their hunger cues so that we can achieve long-term success. And the way we do that is by checking in with how frequently and how much people are eating at each meal, okay? So hunger can be a little bit scary for some people. It can be a little bit uncomfortable. But I think and I say it a little bit tongue-in-cheek, the thing to remember is you're not going to die. You won't die after not eating for a couple of hours. The body can go weeks without food, so you will not die. Your muscles won't waste away. Your metabolism won't drop. It just doesn't work that way if you go without food for a few hours. So don't worry about that. Hunger is something we want to be in tune with and we want to understand. We want to understand when we get hungry, and we also want to understand other environmental factors or situational factors that cause us to be hungry. So it could be a really typical one is the 3 p.m. downtime. So we get that crash at 3 p.m. and all of a sudden we want to eat whatever's in the office or whatever's at our desk or whatever's in the pantry at home. The way that we work around this is number one, embracing it, recognizing that you are hungry at that particular time. Well, are you hungry at that time, or are you thirsty, or are you bored, or whatever it is? But if you are hungry at that particular time, we like to get you to do other activities scheduled in at that particular time. So that might be the time that you go to the gym. That might be the time that you go for a walk, get out of your desk and go for a walk. Get outside. It might be a time that you do 20 push-ups. I don't know what it is, but that's what we like. That's how we like to work around those certain situational times of hunger. But remember, guys, hunger is something that we want to embrace. We want to teach ourselves to understand hunger and understand that it's not such a bad thing. So how can we eat less and be in touch with our hunger and fullness cues? A really, really simple concept that we use down here is eating to 80% full. Now, 80% is just a number. And basically what that means is you just eat a little bit less, so you're not eating to the point of complete fullness or complete satisfaction. You're just eating underneath that amount. So the way that we work around this, guys, is really simply by leaving some food on the plate. Or if you normally get a wrap from the local cafe for lunchtime, only eat 80% of it. Don't eat the whole lot if you're used to eating the whole lot. Same thing with your dinner. If you're used to having a certain portion size on your plate, eat a little bit less. So don't eat the full meal as you usually would. And that in turn is going to reduce your portion size and make you more in tune with when you're actually satisfied with that meal you've just eaten. Okay, guys? A really, really interesting point, and something to remember when you are eating is you want to eat just that little bit less. You will not die. I know it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but you will not die. You can carry on. You can get around that little bit of discomfort, very minor discomfort, because you know another meal is coming along the way. And at that meal, same principle applies. Eat to 80% full, so you're eating just that little bit less. And then don't forget, that's why Tupperware was invented. So you can put those leftovers in the fridge and have them the next day. It will not go to waste. That's why Tupperware was invented, guys. So a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it is the most important habit I can possibly teach you guys. The principle of eating to 80% full, being in tune with your hunger. Remember, it is not a bad thing. It's part of the fat loss process. Embrace it, bring it on, enjoy it, and remember, you are not starving yourself. Metabolism won't drop, you won't break down muscle, and you will not wither away to nothing. Okay, guys? One of the core fundamental principles we teach everyone down in the facility. If you want more information about hunger, because I've only just touched the surface here, please let me know. Don't try and tackle it yourself if you're not confident in doing so. This will be the habit that will get you your result. I guarantee it, because you've never been taught it before. It's not something that's ingrained to us. It's not something, we've actually been brought up with the opposite. You get hungry as children, eat until you're not hungry anymore. Now guys, it is not a personal deficiency if you haven't applied this topic before. You are not meant to know to be in tune with your hunger cues. That is why I am here, and we are here to teach you these things so you can be in control of the food that goes in. You can be in control of your food intake, of your life. Guys, please reach out if you need any further information. As I said, I've only just touched the surface here, so this is the most important video to watch, to apply. Please do it. Let me know how you go with it. Checking out for Tuesday here, guys. Remember, be in tune with your hunger and fullness signals, the most important habit you can possibly do. Have a great day.